What's up guys, PBD here and welcome to episode 107 of my road to Manchester City. We're starting off this episode by, of course, taking a look at the transfer list, getting rid of consumables that I have because of the bronze packs I've been opening a lot. Also, I managed to pack Nemain, if that's his name. I really gotta figure out how his name is pronounced. I ended up packing him in one of the bronze packs, which I found pretty weird because I've opened so many bronze packs throughout the year, and it took me until now to get him. So I went ahead and the one that we bought like ages ago, I put him in the trade pile and swapped him out for the one that I packed. So we now have a first owner Nemain, and that is just another city we can add to the checklist of pack pulled city players. But we then went ahead and completed the marquee matchups over here. And what surprised me about the marquee matchups was that the Argentina-Brazil game wasn't included. I knew this game has been coming for a while now, and I thought it'd come out in the marquee matchups. Well, I guess it didn't. Maybe because it was a friendly, but still, it's a pretty big game, friendly or not. Argentina-Brazil, for both teams, is a really important game. And obviously, as me being Argentinian, I was a little bit nervous going into that game. And it was also very early in the morning for me. I live in the East Coast, and that game was like at 6 in the morning, which is really early. But since it was a weekday, it was actually not too bad because I was actually getting up at that time to go to work. So I did manage to follow it a little bit before work, and right before like the bell rang for us to start, I was still keeping up on the game, watching a stream. And we actually ended up scoring in like the 44th minute or 45th minute of the first half. A little bit of a cheesy goal right there because it did end up hitting the post or something like that. And it rebounded right to Mercado. And of all people, you would not expect Mercado to get the winner in a game between Argentina and Brazil in which like 95,000 people attended. And the game was in the Melbourne City Stadium, which is pretty popular for stuff like that. 95,000 people attended, and what they got to see was a Mercado winner. I don't think they've ever would have thought they'd see that. But yeah, we ended up winning. We did get lucky because Brazil got a really good chance with city boy Gabriel Jesus. He hits the post. I don't know how he missed that chance. It was like an open net pretty much. He misses it, hits the post. It falls to another Brazilian player. I'm not too sure who it was. And he hits the post as well. And we get away right there with not conceding. So that was a little bit of a scary moment, but we held on to the win, and we didn't play too bad. We played pretty well, definitely better than we've been playing, and I'm pretty excited to see how the Sampaoli era goes, and hopefully it can mean good things for Argentina, although I feel like our chances at any silverware with the current generation of Argentinian players has already gone, and it hurts me to say that because I just don't feel like we're going to be good enough to compete for the World Cup next year. And I kind of feel like Messi's aging a little bit. He's still amazing. He is the best player in the world in my opinion. Ronaldo's still great. But I just feel like he's aging, and it's just our chances of getting anything is just getting lower and lower. And I'm a bit pessimistic at this point with Argentina, so I'm guessing we won't win anything, but you never know, right? You never know. So we end up winning that game against Brazil. And then something I read on Twitter today actually was that the Premier League is debating on whether or not they should do earlier games. And by earlier games, I mean like 11 a.m., 11:30 kickoffs in England. So that's English time. What that means for me is that I'm going to have to wake up even earlier for City games on Saturdays. I usually wake up at 7 for the 12 o'clock kickoffs. But if they start doing 11 a.m. kickoffs, I'm going to have to get up at 6 in the morning on a Saturday, which is the same exact time I wake up throughout the whole week to go to work. Do I want that to happen? Hell no. But I can't even imagine how bad it is for people in the West Coast because, like I said, I live in the East Coast. I'm only 5 hours away from England. Well, the time difference is only 5 hours. But for people on the West Coast, it's 8 hours. So if you're waking up to watch a game on a Saturday that's an 11 a.m. British time kickoff, you're getting up at 3 in the morning on a Saturday, which is still nighttime, which is just insane. And I really hope they don't do it. I know that they have to wake up at 4, so it's not that much of a difference right now. But still, even earlier, it's just ridiculous. And apparently it's bad news for like away fans who have to travel and stuff like that, because they have to wake up earlier for the commute and stuff like that. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I really hope it doesn't happen, but it's going to have a pretty big effect, I think, on like the atmosphere and stuff. It's a whole mess. But yeah, back to FIFA, right? Because I just like talking about random stuff. About football related stuff when we're doing these SBCs and opening these packs, because there's not really much to talk about. We're just completing the SBCs. What you saw me do was complete the Bundesliga SBC. I completed Bayern. Ended up costing me between like 40 to 50k. I'm not too sure on the exact number, but we finally completed it and we got ourselves a 45k pack, which we're going to go ahead and open right now because the La Liga team in the season is officially out. I also went ahead and completed the last 2 teams, Chelsea and United, for the Harry Kane SBC, and we now have him as well. And we're going to also open up those packs right now in hopes of getting a La Liga. And I also went ahead and bought Giovanni Dos Santos right there, so we can go ahead and complete the Luis Hernandez Lone Legend SBC, which I've been wanting to complete for a while. I'm not too sure where I'm going to try him out because I don't play Division 1 unless it's with the city team. I don't play Foot Champs anymore, even though I did debate it this weekend because of the potential of getting Elite and maybe getting a La Liga team in the season and the rewards. But once I think about it, I'd have to play all 40 games, and I'm just not up for that anymore. And the only thing I do play other than seasons, well, I don't play seasons unless it's with the city team. I don't play Foot Champs. The only other option would be the daily knockout tournament. So I guess at some point or another, I'm going to try out Luis Hernandez in that, which I feel like it's kind of a waste because the caliber of players in the daily knockout tournament isn't that great. So I don't really need to use him in that. I want to use him in something more useful, but I don't really have another option. I mean, I'm not going to play the single matches. That's just pointless. But yeah, we got ourselves Luis Hernandez. We complete the SBC, and we're getting really close to completing almost every single league SBC, which I'm pretty excited for. The only ones we have left are the smaller leagues, and they only give us like silver packs anyway, so that's why I didn't complete them right now. But yeah, we went ahead, opened up some packs, looking to get ourselves a La Liga team in the season. Any I'd be happy with, because I think they're all walkouts, and even though some are pretty bad, I'd still be happy with getting some of them because coins are coins, right? And apparently the pack weight is like really bad for these, so our odds of getting one is going to be pretty low. So I wasn't expecting much, but I said, you know what, we do have some decent packs in here. We just got ourselves the 45k pack from completing the Bayern one. Who knows, maybe we'll get something. And you saw me also check De Bruyne's price. I was looking to see if I can find a deal on him. I ended up finding one that was on 72k bid. Well, I ended up like not getting that one because I think the bid went way too high, or I completely forgot to bid. And speaking of De Bruyne and Aguero, obviously, since we still have to sign both of them, I really want to buy them. Like, I think I want to buy them in like the next episode because I'm just tired of waiting. It's so pointless. The thing is over here, right? De Bruyne is probably going to get re-released. He is a 95 rated card, one of the best team of the seasons that's out currently, and I think the odds are pretty high that he gets re-released at the end of Team of the Season when they do the EAFC Team of the Season, which releases all the best cards and all that. But the thing is, that's like a month away or so, and I really cannot be bothered to wait that long just so we can go and compete in Division 1. So I think I'm going to buy him soon and just accept the fact that I'm going to lose coins, because when he is re-released, he's going to drop down. But I just don't care anymore. I just want to win Division 1 with the city team and finish the last goal that is of the series. We got the first few goals of completing the city. Well, we completed the city team once. Now we have to complete it again because there's new players. But I said in the beginning of the year that 3 of the goals for the series were to 1, hit Elite 3 weekly, 2, hit Elite 3 monthly, and then the third one was to win Division 1. Well, we did the first 2. We got Elite 3 a few times. We got Elite 3 monthly a few times as well. And now we're just missing the third goal, which is to win Division 1. And we haven't been able to do that because we haven't played that much of the Division 1. We had one good season. We didn't win it. But now I want to sign Aguero and De Bruyne, which I will be doing in the next episode. Mark my words, next episode we will sign Sergio Aguero and De Bruyne. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been episode 107 of my road to Manchester City. My name is Pippi Deed, and I'm out.